Welcome to the App Showcase, where we review Microsoft-related apps primarily from the App Store, but also through trial versions. SV MacPack is a certified veteran-owned and HUBZone consulting firm supporting primarily the U.S. federal government. In support of our customers' need to do market research on apps such as these, we started recording our review of them. We hope these reviews help you as well. In this video, we'll be reviewing Cloudlas OrgChart, organization chart. It's an app from the Microsoft Store. As always, I'll move fast, pointing out what I like and what would make me hesitate to recommend this app to my customers. My goal is to be as candid as I would if talking to my own team about this app. Hopefully the review helps you and perhaps even provides good feedback to the publisher of this app. Let's go ahead and get started. Here on the Microsoft App Store, first thing I'm looking at is coming down. I see they got 4.5 stars in their ratings, people who have rated it. If I come over to the reviews to match it, they've uploaded it in July. September, they got a review from this person, Matthew, who is expressing just some feature enhancements that they'd like to see, which is good. So they've gotten a start, and people are looking at it. As I come down, one of the things I'm looking for is versions always, and the versions in here means they put it up and pretty much that was it. I'm curious, September was when Matthew said something over here. So, being able to get another version or something up there, it shouldn't be that hard in a few months if this was an app that they wanted to really be pushing for selling. It sounds like, though, it's more of a free app. I'm going to go to the support page, which I have opened here. And that support page isn't actually a support page. It's just to their website. And when I come here, I just see the stuff they have. I think they're just... maybe they're just throwing this app up there for free for the kind of demo about what they do. Let me see if it's under products. I'm not trying to showcase their site, but no, unless I'm missing something here. I don't see anything. So it looks like maybe the app is just an app they threw out there as an example of something they built. Coming over, I don't see much in the way of descriptions on the features that are in here, or I just like to see a bulleted list of features is what it is, because they actually do have some features listed in here, but it makes it too hard for those of us who are lazy and want to just quickly read. I do like the fact that they're talking about they have the ability to give more advanced users theme changing, and they can change the look and feel of this. And then the last thing, this is good. It's always good when somebody gives you some help on the troubleshooting, that if somebody's using IE10, for example, it's not going to work, or they're going to have a problem with it. Here's a couple of different pictures. This is interesting. It looks like the picture's popping out to the right. I don't know if that's the only way. One thing I noticed, though, right away in here is it looks like their app is done more as a web part, and we'll see that in a second, than it is as a page, and that's awesome. These other pictures are just showing what it looks like. Okay, so this one looks like what it looks like without a page. I'm not sure what this is supposed to represent. There's the site. Don't know what that means. This goes back to what I did on a different review, where I liked it a lot when somebody, and I wish I remember, but I don't, somebody had put in here what they were trying to tell us with the picture, and they were saying, hey, now you're seeing what an org chart looks like or something. So for publishers, if you're going to put these pictures in here, put them in and tell us what we're supposed to understand. Even this one, this doesn't tell the average user what it is, but I think all it's doing is pointing out a user guide type thing, saying grab this chart as a web part and throw it in. So let's go find out. That's the end of the content that's here. So I'm going to go over to Cloudlas's tool that I have installed, and I can't remember if I've clicked on this before. Going to click on it and open it. It's doing its thing. It's loading it. There's Cloudlas's app. Assuming this will be the configuration part. So it's taken me in. And for those of you, I'm assuming it's done loading, but for those of you who have watched several of the OrgChart reviews and my earlier app reviews, one of the things you'll know is that I complain about the sweep bar being challenge. Well, here, now we're into their app, and the lack of consistency is kind of driving me nuts. There's no sweep bar at all. I mean, the sweep bar is there, I guess, but So they've changed this into, they put a little setting thing there, which is an abuse of that tool. See where it says settings? It's a gear icon. That's a universal way of saying settings. But if you hover above it, it says contact us. And when you look down in the bottom left, it's www.cometomysite.com. Come on, that's not nice. So then here is a true settings. And I don't know if this is just an error, but here's a settings word that actually is going to take us to the settings for this. And there's the gear icon. So somewhere along the lines, I need to figure that out. This link is just linking us back to this page now that I'm checking out everything they're doing. That's taken us to this page, I believe. No, that's taken to us to a site back. And then this is taking me back to my site. So here it looks like, okay, I can't click on that, but I can, I'm assuming this is like navigate up and down the chart. That's what those guys are. And then this guy here is something. Oh, that's pretty handy. So if you want to see somebody's picture, I like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. So you can show, I don't need to see people's pictures until I'm going to see them. It's like, hey, go meet Mary from HR. Okay, what does Mary look like? Okay, now I know when I walk in, I'm like, are you Mary? Are you Mary? So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at the settings. And by the way, when I'm reviewing the org chart, I'm really just looking to go, is it intuitive and easy for somebody in an organization to be able to build an org chart? And power user on down. And power user, to me, doesn't mean they know HTML. Some of those people might, but a power user is a site collection admin or site admin. Somebody just put a tool in and use it. You don't have to wonder how to use a document library, which is an app or a calendar, etc. So I'm looking for that level of intuitiveness in here. So I clicked settings, and this is all I get. So and I don't like it. So just for anybody who's not totally following, what this stuff here is the ability to sit there and have a developer, an actual developer, change how your org chart will look. So what would have been way better is if they could have popped up 5 different themes for it to look, and I could choose, green, red, yellow, whatever. Give us users the ability to make those changes just by clicking it. So there is no settings. I see nothing in here. I don't have the ability to add anything. So they're really not an org chart app. What they are is they're kind of displaying the user profile in this way, and that's pretty much it. And then they're giving you the ability to do the code. Well, I could have a developer, and she's a UI UX person. I point her to the source data and say, hey, knock me out a page that looks awesome. They'll do that exact same thing, and I don't need this app. So I'm going to give this app a thumbs down for multiple reasons. One is because it's not an org chart. I mean, it's not an org chart app that lets me do it. When it's just displaying the user profile, I'm starting to not really like that, because I believe that's a hijacking the name org chart. When I go to the App Store to get an org chart, I'm not going to get a display the user profile better app. I'm getting an org chart where I can go into Visio or Word or something and say, build me an org chart, and I'm building it from scratch. That's what I would expect here with a lot of other cool features or something. So that one's gone. And then the fact that this is just a free app, it's not supported, I would never recommend this to my customers, because you don't want to bring an app in that's unsupported. You can go somewhere like Bamboo, for example, has 1,000 apps, and they support their apps. I think they've been acquired recently, but they still support their apps. And so that's where I would recommend the customers go. Anyways, as a recap, I'm recommending you skip this app until the publisher perhaps takes some of my feedback and does something with it. I hope you found this review useful as you evaluate various apps available to you and your organization. Please provide me with feedback in the comments, letting me know how I can make the App Showcase channel and reviews more useful to you. Feel free to even suggest apps I review, and we'll get them on the schedule. Finally, if you found this review helpful, please share it with others. I'm your host, Neil McDonnell with SV MacPack. I thank you for joining me today and hope you'll join me again for other reviews.